you guys are.
Yeah.
Do they need to be quiet back there? They applaud.
Do you want us to? All right.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Ellen Halfrick, and I am Director of Library Relations. I work with 7 of the 8 libraries.
My name. Are we doing last name? Did we say that? I know that. I know we are.
Yes.
I could remember that right in a second. My name's Lizzie Baldwin Seidel. I am the District Consultant Librarian, which means that I am the liaison between the Office of Commonwealth Libraries and libraries in the district, which is York and Hanover counties, making sure that every kind of following the same playing in the same sandbox and being a resource for everybody. And we are here to kick off Literacy for Change with our 8 a.m.
So, a couple of quick announcements, and I'll introduce the gentleman to my left. Between 8 and 9 a.m., the person with the most donations will win the Baldacci Blue Basket. And you know, he was our Beyond the Books first debut author in the spring. So I don't qualify because I'm a fundraiser, but somebody out there is going to get that. And then, of course, when you give, please look for a fundraiser you know. You may know more than one person. You'll have to make some decisions, but there is a way just to give to Literacy for Change. But of course, putting it on your favorite fundraisers page helps them hit their goals. So it's my honor to introduce Robert F. Lambert, President of York County Libraries. And he's going to give some thank yous and share some other information.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Literacy for Change live kickoff. Today we are celebrating the power of libraries to help every person grow and dream and learn. And we are so excited to be here with you this morning. To our incredible staff all across the county, our board members and our volunteers, thank you so much for your passion and for your leadership. And to our communities, your support turns reading into an opportunity for thousands of people across your county. Together, we are building stronger, smarter, and more connected communities, one page at a time. All right? So thank you for joining us, and thank you for believing in Literacy for Change. I want to take a quick moment to thank so many people that have made this such a success. To our partner foundations, the Arthur J. and Lee R. Gladfelter Foundation. I want to thank the J. William Wareham Foundation. I want to thank the Kinsley Foundation, the Powder Mill Foundation, the Shipley Foundation. I want to thank our media sponsors, WHCM ABC 27, your local news source, WPMT Fox 43, and Lamar Advertising. I want to thank our literacy heroes, Bold Creative Media, Tom and Cindy, the Tom and Cindy Donnelly Fund. I want to thank our literacy advocate, the C.H. Reed, a world of industrial solution service. I want to thank our literacy boosters, the M&T Charitable Foundation, and Wecker's Floor Center. Awesome. And a special thank you to our live stream facilitator, the one, the only, code name, Beast Initiative. Thank you to our 44 volunteer fundraisers. As of this moment, we have raised $236,978. Thank you all so much. Stay with us all day. Don't go to work. Camp out in front of the TV. Have your Facebook Live on, all your social media streams on. Spend the entire day with us. Thank you, guys. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you,
All right.
Robert.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I found really rewarding was watching all the testimonial videos and hearing from people what the library has meant to them from a child to their children, to their grandchildren. Yeah. So if you haven't been looking at York County Library's Facebook page, you can see them there. You can see the broadcasts from our media sponsors. It's been really quite wonderful and uplifting.
Yes, wonderful. Yeah. So we are moving on to our first segment where we're going to talk about some social media engagement. We did rename a book. You may have seen this on our Facebook story and our Instagram story. We asked you to rename a book using the word pancake. And so we have some responses. You can still submit now as up to noon today. And you might see your answer live on the air later. But we're going to go ahead and see what you guys submitted already. Alrighty, let's see. So we've got a pancake to remember.
Oh, instead of.
Nicholas Sparks' A Walk to Remember.
Aha.
That's awesome.
Interesting. That changes the story.
Yeah.
Are we serving pancakes?
We're
we should
not.
be.
We have bagel stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pancakes.
All right.
Favorite pancake.
Ernest Hemingway, the pancake also rises. Oh, I see a little, cooking reference there. Can you read that middle one there?
Yeah. We've also got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Pancakes.
Oh.
I think that would make for an incredibly different story. Maybe that was the secret that was in the
They had them even
pancake
over there,
recipe. Yeah.
even through that station 9 3/4
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Platform 9.
Platform. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
don't
been a
worry.
while.
It's okay. I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Robert, can you read the one over on the left?
Oh man, that print is small.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
guys. The summer of no, I cannot see that.
Okay.
Okay.
The summer I turned pancake. That could.
Now a Netflix special, everybody. A Netflix show. Yeah.
The Southern Book Club's Slaying Pancakes. Guide to Slaying Pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we need to move the
Be-
closer. Can you use your young eyes and say the last one?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
It ends with pancakes. Yes,
Ooh.
it does. It begins and ends with pancakes.
Yes.
In my house.
Well, and Colleen Hoover is now, maybe that's a cookbook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She spices things up, right?
with a pancake.
Yes, she
With a
does.
spicy pancake.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
All right.
are really making me hungry.
Yeah, I know. I know.
The Fault
Oh,
in
yeah.
Our Pancake, John Green. Everybody likes pancakes, don't they?
Oh, and that was the Fault in Our, that was one I submitted, and I see one of my besties, Steph. Shout out to Steph. Also submitted the Fault in Our Pancake. I see you,
Oh,
girl.
you think alike.
Yeah, that's why we're besties. Well,
There you go.
know, that's why
I see.
Yeah.
All right. The Wild Pancake by Peter Brown.
Submitted by Lexi Epley, also my sister-in-law. Thanks,
Aw,
girl.
I'm glad.
This whole slide's like my friends, because the next
Okay. How about it?
mm-hmm.
I like
I'm
that
such
you
a
have
social-
support.
I have such a social media
Yeah.
reach. I'm an influencer.
And are these your
There you
donors
go.
too?
That's right.
Are they?
Your friends and
they
donors?
could be. I don't
Yep,
know.
because you have a page, right?
I do, and I have one
Okay.
anonymous donation. I don't know who it is. Shout out to
Pancake Cave.
Pancake. Yeah. What?
Pancake donated.
Pancake Cave.
Anonymous Pancake. Okay.
Yeah.
Lizzie
The
rocks.
last
Lizzie
book on
rocks.
this slide is Gender Pancake.
Yes.
And I am not able to see. Can you see who
That's my
submitted
friend
that
Will.
one?
That's my
Oh,
Win.
it is the Lizzie
Win.
slide.
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right.
That's my friend Win.
Super. These are great fun titles. I like
Yeah.
it.
All right. The Pancake Across the Lake, submitted by, and I can't read, Haley Hat Hair. Go off, Haley Hat Hair.
Okay. All right.
Hey guys, no hair jokes, okay?
Oh.
All right. Can we just?
Is there a bald pancake
can we-
book? Was that one of
yeah,
them?
Can we just?
Seriously.
All right. We will make no more
All right.
hair jokes.
All right.
I like Fancy Nancy and the Posh Pancake.
Yes.
I bet you it has sprinkles, chocolate chips.
Definitely.
Could be made with chocolate milk.
Maybe
I
it's
used
like
to
a
do
blend
all
of
of
pancakes.
those. Yeah. Oh, a glam
You made
pancake?
it with chocolate milk?
Oh my gosh, you've never had pancakes made with chocolate milk,
No.
girl? All right, just for note for everybody out
That
there,
changed my
it's a
life.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of our current pancake titles now. There'll be more coming later. So, you want to cue up what's next?
I would love to cue up
Okay.
what's next. Should we? Okay. So our next video, we have a highlight from our Arthur Hufnagel branch. Some of you may know it was closed for a long time for renovation, and we have put together. We are in the midst of renovating and reopening. We're very
Very soon.
close, and so we're going to have a tour through it and a highlight of Arthur Hufnagel. You may see a familiar face in the next video, so stay tuned right now for that.
Hi, I'm Ellen Helfrich, and I am interim manager at Arthur Hufnagel Public Library in Glen Rock. I'm just so excited to be standing in our construction zone, our almost completed construction zone. You can see over my shoulder, there'll be a new pop of color, but I assure you that you will see some familiar sights in our staff and in our children's mural. And of course, we're gonna have our collection as always. We're one of the 13 libraries that your library card works at, and we've been on pause for a little while, but we are so excited to bring you back not only the people from Glen Rock, but people from up to, I think, as 11 states have donated to make this happen. Our friends have worked really hard. We're so close to opening. Keep an eye on our social media and know that we're as excited as you are to come back here, and it's going to be amazing and wonderful and enjoyable. You will see some of your old standby programs and of course our collection. And we just hope that you will come and visit us. And don't forget to keep your ear out for our grand reopening announcement for November. Our Friends group raised $140,000 with help from a lot of people here and beyond. And we're just so proud that they are Friends of the Year with the Pennsylvania Citizens for Better Libraries. You'll be hearing more about that as time passes. So thanks to everybody that's helped make this library rebirth possible. And we're really looking forward to seeing you walk through those doors. Thanks again. I also want to tell you that you're going to hear from some of our friends about some of the ways and what motivated them to get this point ready to happen. Thank you.
We are the Friends of Arthur Hufnagel Public Library.
And we are so excited to finally be open again.
Thank you for all your help in meeting our fundraising goal.
We appreciate everyone's help.
And we hope to see you soon.
Yay! Thank you! We are so extremely grateful to everyone who helped us to reach this goal. This was a monumental task, and we could have never done it on our own without the help of this wonderful community and near and far. We had some gifts come from out of state, which was very helpful. We've had lots and lots of fundraisers. We had wonderful book sales this year. Thanks to everyone who purchased some of our books. Activities at the Glen Rock Mill Inn. We're so grateful to the mill for their help with this. At the Glen Rock Park, we had an activity there. At the Brew Fest, all kinds of activities. So we are extremely grateful. And also, we are just so delighted that we were named the Friends Group of the Year for Pennsylvania. That wouldn't have been possible either without the help of this wonderful community. So we thank you all so very, very much.
Yeah, thanks, George. And I just want to say, as somebody who's a newcomer to Glen Rock since last year, I was looking for a way to get involved with the community, do some good, and I've been so inspired by George and everybody else in the Friends Group that welcomed me on. So I just want to say to anybody out there, if you're looking to get involved with the community, something that's low stakes but high impact, join the Friends. We'd love to see you.
Yes, we would love to have you on there with us. We could always use help.
That's right.
Thank you.
Here we are down in Glen Rock at the Arthur Hufnagel Public Library of Glen Rock. We are excited that the construction has started and almost 75% complete by complete restorations. Now we're going to take a tour of the inside. This is just a holding space for most of the construction materials right now. When everything's said and done, this will be an open hallway. Going into the library, everything has been open, so we have an open concept within the library. Here we're going to have window seats for people to sit down, relax, read their book, just take a break, or what have you. Over here on this end and behind the door is our children's area. That will be an open concept area as well. So the children will have some space to sit down and play with some toys, read their books. And there's orange carpet on the floor that leads to that room, so it's color coded, so when they go when they're following the orange carpet, they know that's headed towards the children's area. Going further in to the right, and we still have construction stuff in here as well. We have blue tile carpet over here on the right. This will be the teens area. There will be window seats over here as well. There is a port in the floor that they can connect their laptops to or what have you, and sit down and relax, read their book, do book reports, do any kind of papers that they need to do, and it will be relaxing for them to be able to do that. I'm going to walk this way a little bit. We've done some construction over here. It's not quite done yet, so we're not going to go back that far yet. Over here is the new area for the staff. The help desk will be here. There'll be a desk back here for the manager. There'll be a set of computers over here and the copy machine over here, so they can print or what have you, and the patrons can print as well. Over here in this area, there's going to be 2 separate stations for public computer use. It's going to be opened up a lot better than it was previously, and there's going to be a little bit more quiet time over here, so people can do what they need to do in a quiet space. Inside this door here is the staff office. So staff will be able to come back here, eat their lunches, do any kind of paperwork they need to do, sit down and relax, take a break. So as you can see, we are still under construction, but it will be completed soon, and we will be so happy to get everyone back into the library. So follow the progress on Hufnagel's Facebook page and YCL's Facebook page.
Wow. Thanks for introducing that video.
Yeah.
I have a lot of feels right now working with staff, the library assistants, the friends group, and the community, the businesses, everybody, the borough, York County Libraries, everybody is pitching in, everybody's rowing in the same direction, and we are so close. We've made more progress since that video tour was filmed and given the opportunity to replace carpet and paint and do a lot of things. We're doing a little shifting around.
Yeah.
So the library, as you can see, has a beautiful branded color feature wall. There will be an Artist of the Month up there when we're ready to go. And we still intending a soft lunch this month, you know, the opening where we may still be scanning books and putting them on the shelves. And we're anticipating that that's going to be within a couple of weeks. And then, of course, we'll soon be announcing our November grand reopening ribbon cutting celebration, where the Friends will receive from Pennsylvania Citizens for Better Libraries their Friend of the Year award. So I may be repeating some of what was in that video, but this is a project near and dear to my heart, and I've learned so much about Glen Rock. It's a community that loves their library. I know all communities love the library, but they're showing up big time in this situation.
Yeah, I know you had a lot of stories from fundraising when the Friends were fundraising about just when people were donating and why they were donating, and that they just, I know you had somebody come up to a booth and say, I see you're a library, how can I donate? Like people just, so that's awesome. And that was great to hear. And I haven't been in Hufnagel since it looked not like that. So
since the
before times, yes. BR, before renovation. So
I like that.
I was happy to. It was good to see that walkthrough, and I'm excited to get in there and be part of the team scanning the books.
You
and put
will
them on
be
the
part
shelves.
of that team.
I will be.
Helping,
Yes,
and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
A couple of examples of the reach of people that wanted to help that. There was a woman who heard about the Friends making the Friends of the Year and sent a nice big check that took them to their goal. There was a grandmother that wanted to visit. She was from Ohio. She wanted to take her grandson there, learned they were closed, promised a check would be in the mail, and it came. There was somebody that used to live in Glen Rock. I think we got donations from 10 states.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, people love their libraries, just like today. People love their libraries. My fundraising page has 4 or 5 states represented already, where the donations are coming from. People want access to books, people want access to information, people want safe spaces, and that's what today's about. We're working on giving that countywide, the centralized support services. So if you've given, thank you. Are you ready for a game?
I would love to play a game.
Okay.
Yes, let's do it. All right, so this game is called Fact or Fiction. We will be debunking common misconceptions of modern libraries and their funding. Now, Ellen and I may have a leg up since we are entrenched in libraries and working in them every day, but some of them are still going to be, I think, surprising to us. So let's go through and see what we can. All right, fact or fiction? Over 100,000 York County residents attended library programs last year. What do you think, Ellen? Fact or fiction?
I think fact.
Yeah.
I think it's well over 100,000.
I think
Yep.
that's probably true. Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
Yes, that's a fact. York County Libraries had 101,289 attendees at 4,069 programs in 2024, and that is across all 13 libraries in York County.
And I bet you we're going to exceed that for 2025.
I
If,
would,
4,000 programs, that translates to almost any library that you walk into is going to have something.
Oh, yeah.
And you can look at the calendars on our website on the event calendars page. Let's see what's next.
Yeah. All right, fact or fiction? Ebooks are less expensive for libraries to purchase and manage than physical books. This might be a tricky one for some of us. What do you think, Ellen?
Well, I know the answer because I live and breathe purchasing.
Yeah.
However, I think this will surprise most people. First of all, I'm going to share that not every book is available as an ebook, and some aren't available for libraries to get, and that they have, is it a time clock? What would you call that? That you only get a certain number of views and or a certain period of time when you buy
It's part
it.
of the licensing. I don't know exactly the borrowing, all of the technicality,
Yep.
things, but
So
yeah.
we don't just buy it and have it for life
Right.
for people to use. So
Yeah.
I say this is fiction.
That's correct. That's fiction. Ebooks cost approximately 3 times more for a library to purchase compared to a physical book, and they need to be repurchased after a certain number of checkouts. So a physical book might cost us $25, depending on what it is, and then a little bit more for staff time, and of course to cover it and do all of the things. So maybe a total of let's say generously $50 for a book, generously. An ebook license can cost up to 3 times more than that, and again, because you can only have a certain number of checkouts after 50 or whatever the number is, we will have to repurchase the license, and that's 150 or whatever again. So yeah.
One thing I want to make note is it costs the library money, but with your library card, you can borrow from our e-branch for free. One of the many perks of your library card.
And we'll talk about how you can do that later.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's next. Fact or fiction? Pennsylvania is ranked 31st out of 50 states in per capita funding for public libraries. That's funding per person in Pennsylvania. What do you think, Ellen?
Very sad to say. I believe that is fact. And it's one of the reasons we're here today with Literacy for Change, because our neighboring libraries have a different funding model and therefore can rely on that main source to offer all the wonderful things it does. So I think that's fact.
Now, I know the answer to this one, so I won't say a lot, but until we get to the next slide. But yeah, let's see. So actually, that's fiction. We're ranked 41st out of 50 states in per capita funding, at $32.69 a person. And we are in last place among the states in the northeastern U.S. Now, Pennsylvania does have a higher population than maybe some of our surrounding states because we have Pittsburgh and Philly and Harrisburg and those major, and York and those major cities. But even so, $32.69 a person, that's the cost of a book, an adult book per person. And as you
They
can,
read more than that.
they read more than that. Yeah.
And so I thought 31st out of 50 was sad, but 41st out of 50,
Yes.
even sadder.
Yeah.
Please, if you haven't given yet, get on,
Yeah.
donate. We need you.
Yes.
We need you to help us serve the community, keep people learning, reading, and interacting.
Yeah, and we appreciate all of the funding that we get. This isn't, a knock on anything. We appreciate all of the funding that we get, from the state. But of course,
Costs
costs
rise,
rise, and
funding stabilizes,
funding stabilizes, and
literacy
so,
for change to
yeah,
the rescue.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have another one now?
I think so.
Oh, good.
Okay, you're. Oh, do you want to read this one? I'm sorry. You want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
York County residents borrowed over 1 million items from the library last year.
And items, that's not just books. That is anything else that we circulate, check out. So that can be movies, that can be video games, blood pressure cuffs, anything.
Do you know that we actually have backpacks ready to go for kids?
Yeah.
And when the Hufnagel libraries open back up, they'll have them ready because they're right on the rail trail.
Right.
So you can take that backpack, check it out, go out and look at bugs or insects or
Yeah.
birds or butterflies. Several other libraries are getting into that ready to go activity for the family backpacks.
Yeah.
So they're in that count too,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Do we both think this is fact?
I
Over
think
a
that-
million?
Over a million, yes. I
Okay.
think that's
All right.
probably
Let's see if
fact.
we're right.
All right.
Way over a million.
Yeah.
York County community borrowed 1,441,092 items in 2024. What do you say? We're going to beat it in 2025?
I think we will.
I think we may already have.
We
Just
might
at
have. I
this
haven't seen
date
the
in
stats.
October.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, library use has been going up steadily since the pandemic. There was a drop off,
Mhm.
but ever since then, it's been steadily rising to pre-pandemic numbers. So,
All right.
yeah,
I don't know if there's another one. I like that I'm learning.
I know
Okay.
you learn every day at the library.
You do.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
do.
You want to read this one?
I do. Okay. Fact or fiction? The library provided just under $23 million worth of items and services for free to the public last year. Let's see. I don't know.
That's where that
Just
introduces
under.
that whole quandary of they borrow it for free. So some people actually think like authors just bring up a truck and give us every book they ever wrote.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have to pay their mortgage and feed their kids too.
Right, right.
So
And that
I bet you that's fact.
yeah, I think it probably is. And if it's not, it's more than $23 million. I mean, we've
Yeah,
got
that other one tricked me.
Yeah, I know. Tricky. But because we've got items and services, things like programming, like spaces, like
wonder if our
Wi-Fi, like
internet is in
computers.
there.
I'm
Do
sure
you
that
think
it
that's
is.
included in that?
Oh,
all right.
I'm sure
Oh.
that it is.
Next slide, please. I can't wait. I need to know.
So that's fiction. It's higher than that. That was the tricky
Look at
one.
that number. That was another tricky one.
Yeah.
They got me.
York County Libraries provided approximately $29,771,864 worth of items and services to the York County community in 2024.
Okay, so I'm going to round that to 30 million, and I think we need to get ready for our next segment.
Oh, we
keep going.
keep
Okay,
going.
all right.
We're getting hand signals behind the
We're in a production studio, but we're going to let's banter more facts.
Okay, banter more facts. Fact or fiction? The library served over 500,000 visitors last year. Thoughts?
Over can be anywhere above that.
That
I
is-
think fact.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Fact! York County Libraries received 658,757 visitors in 2024.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
People love their libraries.
they really do. And
Remember that today if you're able to give.
yeah. All right, let's see what's next. Fact or I don't want to.
Go for it.
Okay, the amount of funding libraries receive from state and local governments is tied to their level of use by the public. Now, I think that this is a common misconception, that the more people visit, the more the people check out. That directly impacts. We get $1 for every checkout or whatever. But I'm sorry, maybe I gave up the ghost. But what do you think?
I think it's fiction.
You think it's fiction?
But you would know because you're the district library consultant.
Yeah, I see these stats all of the time.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm glad the public is getting some awareness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. So if that's fiction. Libraries' funding is not directly tied to their usage. Libraries are typically a line item in the annual budget of their state, county, or municipality, which means their funding is not guaranteed to increase even when they have consistently high usage. So typically, like we said, funding is pretty static from all of these state, county, and municipalities. So we get a flat whatever it is from each thing per year. It's always good to use your library so we can show the state, the county, and your municipality that you are using the library and that it is of value to your community, and that might persuade them to donate more. But
all right, I want to read the next one.
Okay, I'm
7
sorry.
to go.
All right, I get excited.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited too. Fact or fiction? The library created over 14,000 new library cards last year. I think that's fact
Oh,
because
yeah.
I get to see them getting created, and whew, there's a lot
There's-
happening in
yeah,
that. Yep.
yeah.
Let's see. Yep. 14,126 new library cards in 2024. All right, we're on a roll.
We are on a
I'm
roll.
not keeping score, but I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Next.
It's fun to fun. All right, fact or fiction? Late and lost fees are a tiny portion of the library's budget. So this is when you don't return a book and maybe you need to pay 25 cents or however much it is for not returning it or because you lost it. That's a tiny part of our budget. Do you think that's fact or fiction?
I think they are a tiny part of our budget.
Yeah.
I remember people used to come up and give 50 cents and said, "There's my support for the library for the year," when they paid their fine. These
Yeah.
are grown-ups we're talking about because kids get a pass now. But I think that's fact. They are a very tiny portion of our budget.
Yeah, let's see. All right, so that is a fact. Late and lost fees cover less than 0.5% of the library's annual budget. Again, another misconception. I think people think that you get all these late fees, you or lost fines or whatever,
Right,
and
right.
that funds you.
Might
right?
seem a lot to them
Yeah,
when they're trying to
yes.
go to the grocery store and buy milk
Absolutely,
and eggs.
absolutely.
But the grand scale.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
next, please.
All right, fact or fiction? Public libraries in Pennsylvania receive less state funding today than they did in the year 2001. 24 years later.
I feel like this is kind of the tests I used to get in high school, that they're a little tricky. You have to really read them carefully.
yeah.
This is our last slide.
Is there an option
I'm going to
C?
yield to you.
You're going to yield to
It's
me.
not A, B, or C, so what do you say?
Yeah. I can't just say C. Pennsylvania received less state funding. I think that unfortunately this is true. I hope that I'm wrong, but I think
Okay.
that this is true.
Let's find out.
So the Pennsylvania state subsidy to public libraries was $94 million in 2001 without adjusting for inflation, and today it's 79, just about, or 79,773,000 in 2025.
So we are making not just less, but a lot less.
Yeah, I know.
How about if we, on that sad note, remind everybody to please give, and we're going to go to another camera and check in with the fundraising success. Tara.
And Patty.
Hello, here are your friendly fundraising updates. I'm Tara, that's Patty, and right now we have raised $238,023. Yay! Keep it coming, keep making your donations. I just want to call out a few of the recent donations I glanced at before coming over here. The Rotary Club of York and the York Rotary Foundation, Fawn McAllister, Kathy and Joe Heisler, Bobby Little and Andy Hoffman. These are friends of mine. Thank you, Bobby and Andy. Hope you're watching. Lorraine Combs. And I wanted to share a little bit here on what Lorraine said. She says, anything for the local library, and I can't tell you how much the library is important to me. Lorraine also says, and that's nothing compared to the amount I would have spent on books if I had to buy them myself. And now the people who can't afford to buy their own books have more things to rely on from our library. It's a win-win. That is what your donations are doing. So, we have our first basket to give away. the sunrise special, that is the Starbucks basket. If Patty would share what's in that basket.
Absolutely. I am jealous of who's winning this. So we have a Starbucks gift basket, which has the good Starbucks cups and mugs that you go and you buy at their store, a backpack, notebook, assorted treats, coffees, and teas, courtesy of Starbucks Coffee Company.
Thank you, Patty. I just want to say the winner is, drum roll please. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We need a drum roll. Megan Given.
Woohoo!
Yay! So I also want to point out we have another contest happening right now. So if you are about to donate, pick your favorite fundraiser and donate under their name, because the fundraiser who raises the most money from 8 to 9 a.m. will win the next basket. We will be on to provide that. Not sure when, I don't have the schedule, but we'll be here. So keep it coming. In all seriousness, when you donate to Literacy for Change, you are seriously impacting lives across York County and making lifelong literacy and lifelong education possible. So thank you very much. Signing out from the Friendly Fundraising Corner.
All right. Thank you.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, and I knew some of the names there on that
Yeah, you
recent
did.
donor list, so I like that. All right, what are we going to do next?
All right, so next I'm going to talk a little bit about the 5 literacies put forward by the PA Forward program. I'm so sorry. So the Pennsylvania Forward program is put forth by the Pennsylvania Library Association, which represents all the public, academic, special, and school library interests across the state. Shout out to Pennsylvania Library Association. I'm a proud member. And so the Pennsylvania Forward is a registered trademark, is an initiative of the Pennsylvania Library Association, built on the belief that literacy is power and libraries provide the fuel. Libraries across the Commonwealth use Pennsylvania Forward to guide the work that we do to improve literacy, which helps to give greater opportunities for the users that we serve to improve their lives. This is especially true of libraries here in York County, where we host literacy programs with our library partners around the Commonwealth. So why does literacy matter? Pro-Literacy, an international literacy nonprofit supporting organization, notes that low literacy skills cost the United States economy $300 each year in lost earnings, lower workplace productivity, higher crime, and the need for more government assistance. I believe that number might be higher than 300, but I'm working off of notes here. Thank you, Rob. In fact, Pro-Literacy has developed a 4-tier scale to describe the level of literacy achievement people have attained. By raising one of our users by just 1 tier, the model would lower their chances of falling into poverty by 50%. So, libraries help with literacy, obviously, in the obvious ways by checking out books, but we have 5 different literacies that we talk about when we are developing programming and when we're thinking about services that we're giving. So those are basic literacy. I know them, I just need to make sure that I'm saying them all. Basic literacy, information literacy, civic and social literacy, health literacy, and financial literacy. So basically, if you want to jump in, I don't want to take from you.
When I was at one of the libraries as a manager, the team took that library through the bronze, 5 silver, and gold star status, and it maintains that status every year.
Yeah.
And the neat thing is, all our libraries were doing these things, but we were able to put labels and categories to help educate the public about what the library can provide them with.
Yeah.
So basic literacy could be baby time, toddler time, and story time, but for some parents, it's basic literacy when they learn to read, so they can help their new child learn to read.
Yeah.
And the statistics on illiterate parents and their children's success in life are just really, really sad.
Yeah.
So we do a lot for a lot of people in all of those categories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the gold star, bronze, silver, gold star program that Ellen was talking about, some of our libraries, many of our libraries are Gold Star libraries, which means that they are certified, and many in the Commonwealth are certified by the PA Forward program, that they are providing excellent
Meeting all the needs.
meeting all the needs with all of these things. So yeah, and then there's information literacy. That's the ability to find, evaluate, use, share, and create content using print and digital technologies and communication networks. Very similar to basic literacy, but being able to
Making sure it's the right answer.
right.
And that it's the proper source.
Right.
And it's not, if somebody wants to put information on the internet that's inaccurate, that's where the library helps you make sure you get the right answer.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And we've got civic and social literacy, the ability to positively impact the community, engage in respectful discussions, understand civic roles and responsibilities, participate in community activities, and drive positive change. So just having, community programs like knitting and crocheting, being able to interact with each other, and being able, that's a very kind of, I think, hidden one.
I think a lot of our programs could fall into more than one category, because if you're going to go to the library and learn to knit, that's information.
Yeah.
But when you're going to sit around the table week after week with the same group of people, make new friends, get to know each other, then that's the social and civic and social part of it. So a lot of our programs fall into more than one category.
Yeah.
I remember several years ago when we were doing take a video of how the library has changed your life campaign.
Yeah.
And one woman came to me and said, I want to share my story. I was new to the area. We moved here for my husband's work. He traveled all the time. I was lost and lonely and very depressed and felt on the verge of just ending it all. Till I went to the library and I was greeted friendly staff, friendly volunteers. People spoke to me. It was a kind place. I came back again, and she said it really lifted me up out of despair.
Yeah.
So, that's just something that people don't realize, the third space aspect of a library offers.
Yeah.
And that, certainly hits the civic social.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great story. Health literacy, the ability to make informed decisions about physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual health for yourself and others in your care. We've got lots of programs like, I see the donation counter going up. Yay, sorry. We've got lots of programs like Medicare 101. Like we've got blood pressure cuffs that we lend out. We had, does my health, does my safety, no. What is it, Mina? My mental health matter. That we had recently, I'm so sorry, at Martin Library, where teens were able to talk about if their mental health mattered. And that was
we partner with other organizations. You can get your eyes tested, you can get your hearing tested, you can get your blood pressure tested.
Yeah.
I think one of the libraries at one point even tested the BMI.
Oh, okay.
Or not the BMI. You don't want to have that bending over disease, osteoporosis. And they did a test for that.
Totally.
So yes, yeah. So there's lots of ways that we help with health literacy.
Yeah, definitely. And then financial literacy, the ability to make informed decisions regarding money for your personal life and business, including earning, budgeting, spending, saving, and investing. We've got lots of, I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's true. We've got lots of programs, and we've got lots of
for
resources.
Kids, some for tweens, some for teens, and some for adults.
Yeah, I know.
And they all are impactful.
Yeah, I think at Martin we have coming up, or we just recently had a program on first-time home buying. So that seems like sometimes really unattainable for people, and the library can help you out. And so we've got a lot. So these are the 5 basic literacies that we help promote with through the library, and your donation can help us keep doing this work. Yeah. Alrighty. So we have a video. About the 5 literacies. That's right. Sorry. Yeah.
So for those of you that like to hear things more than once, to learn, I'm in that camp.
Yeah, not narrated from our president, who you just met, Robert F. Lambert. Oh. Yes.
At your county libraries, we believe literacy is more than reading. Literacy is the foundation for change. And that's why we launched Literacy for Change, to give every person the tools to grow, connect, and to succeed. Without literacy, futures are limited. Children fall behind in school, families struggle to make decisions, communities lose their voice. With literacy, doors open. Literacy for Change builds stronger futures for every child, every family, and every neighbor. We do this through the 5 literacies. Basic literacy, ensuring every child and adult can read and write with confidence. Information literacy, helping people know what is true in a noisy world. Civic and social literacy, preparing people to participate fully in community and democracy. Health literacy, empowering families to make informed choices about well-being. And financial literacy, teaching the skills to manage money and plan for stability. These literacies are the heart of Literacy for Change. They live in our programs, partnerships, and daily conversations across your county libraries. When you support Literacy for Change, you build futures. You give a child the joy of reading. You help a family make smart health decisions. You empower a neighbor to manage money and contribute with confidence. Together, through the 5 literacies, Literacy for Change is not only transforming libraries, it is transforming lives. Join us and help us open doors for generations to come.
Back? Okay, awesome. So that was more
Hi
about
again.
that was more about the PA Forward literacies. And now I think we are going to be zooming in. We have another check-in from a library. This is my hometown library, Guthrie Memorial Library in Hanover. We're going to be talking to Jennifer, their head librarian there, about and I'll let her talk about it, about a very exciting program that they just had, and some other stuff that they've got going on. So, do I have to keep talking more? Okay. Can talk about Guthrie all day.
I really feel like we're on TV.
I know. I feel like that too. I
Yes.
feel like I'm like, good day, PA. No, that's a different thing.
The Today Show.
Yeah, I feel like
Are you Hoda?
I don't know.
Who
I
does
don't
that
watch
make
it.
me?
I don't know. You're your own.
It's probably my generation.
Jennifer,
Okay.
we can't see her. We can see her.
Ah,
Hi.
Jennifer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah. Hold
Okay,
on.
so
technical difficulties on our end. We need to switch over.
As soon as we can hear you, I know you have some remarks prepared, and then we have some questions and chat with you.
No. Oh, I heard something.
Say something for us, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yay!
We can hear you now. Yay.
Hey, you're going out.
Yeah.
Weeks ago.
Hold on, Jennifer. I'm so sorry, girlie. Check. It's on our end.
Okay. As soon as they give us the thumbs up.
Okay.
All right.
Try again, Jennifer. You're good.
Okay.
Yes. Yay.
there with the Library of Congress, Every Child a Reader, Candlewick Press, and Shannon, her PTO at Park Hills Elementary, to sort out all the details. We had to figure like where we're going to have it in the library, the children's program room, our bear center. How would we ticket it? We used the YCL website, which makes the event calendar, which makes things very easy to register for programs if you ever have to register. We also had to figure out who we'd partner with. We needed a bookseller. We connected with the local bookseller here in Hanover, Little Fox Coffee and Books, and they sold books at the event to be signed. They actually sold out of books halfway through the public event, so that was amazing. A lot of it was how we promote it. If you follow us on Facebook or any social media, you probably saw us. It was Mac Barnett all the time for weeks leading up to the event. So it was months of planning, and we were buying his books. We needed to add more to our collection. He has over 60 books. We want to make sure we had a good representation of his work and get the community excited. We created displays and posters and coloring pages, and we even made a story walk in our courtyard of Sam and Dave Dig a Hole. It's out there still if you guys want to enjoy it before the weather really turns. But it was a lot of work. It was really a big group effort between all of us here and all of us with the Library of Congress, which was surreal to be able to work with them. And then the day finally arrived, and everything was coming together. I don't think we really believed Mac would be here until we saw him walk through the doors of our library. And we gave him a tour and introduced him to staff and volunteers. We brought him to the courtyard to see the story walk in person. And then he was kind enough to lead a private session for local educators and librarians before the public event. So Mac's platform as an ambassador was Behold the Picture Book. Let's celebrate stories we can feel, hear, and see, all about the storytelling experience of picture books. In the private session, Mac explained the importance of picture books and how they work, how to read them, because reading a picture book, either to yourself or to others, it's a different experience than just reading a regular novel, like a silent reading novel. And he focused on how the blend of words and illustrations creates that unique reading experience. And then after the private session, he signed books for local teachers. He actually signed one of the books here in the library. If you ever check it out, you can check it on the front page. At the public event, Mac read a few of his books, and including a particularly riveting live performance of his graphic novel, The First Cat in Space Ate Pizza, complete with sound effects and music. It was really fun. And he had the whole audience engaged, parents, staff, kids, everyone. And then he did a Q&A session with kids, which were really special. It was mostly kids were asking the questions, and it ranged the whole gambit from like really deep questions to really simple questions like what's your next book? Stuff like that. And all in all, we had 160 kids and families in attendance. We even had a few families, you could see them right now actually, that drove over an hour to attend, and they let staff know how impressed they were with our library and that they would return. And it was really a magical night. We had an amazing time, kids and adults and staff alike. Kelly and I were particularly moved when we got the photos back of that night. I hope it comes back around on the carousel before I'm done, but there is one picture of the audience watching Mac, and you can see how many elementary school aged boys were in the audience, just absolutely absorbed by what Mac was saying. And that kind of hit home for us because we've noticed that there aren't as many elementary age, like upper elementary age boys reading, and we're not seeing them in here as much as we would like to be. But he got them there at that program. But overall, it was a really special night for the Hanover community, one we will not soon forget. Um,
Jennifer, that this may have been your first author visit, but your
yeah,
library is known for bringing in big names and partnering locally and making that happen. And so thank you for continuing to do that. And thank you for zooming in with us and putting up with a little glitch or two to share that. So,
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to highlight at Guthrie? I'm sorry.
Well, we've got our Edgar Allan Poe impersonator, Todd Lowry, will be here next Monday, on October 13th at 6:30. It's a kind of a Guthrie tradition. We also have our band book club, which is reading The Hate You Give, and it's meeting on Tuesday, October 21st at 6. And finally, our trick or treat story time is happening again this year, October 27th at 6:30. We'll meet here in the Children's Library, trick or treat around the building, and end in the Bear Center for a spooky story with Miss Kelly.
Yeah. And if I can give a personal shout out to Jennifer, she will be attending the Pennsylvania Library Association annual conference. What is that, 2 weeks from now? Next week? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think in a week or a little over a week.
Receive an award for best practices for the period party program that she put on, and I'm just like especially proud of her for that. Yes, applause
Thank
all
you.
around. Yeah,
I think you drew people far and wide for that program as well. And I know
Yes.
there's a lot of interest in having another one. So
Yeah, people have been calling asking about it.
I think that's wonderful that you're going there. I think it's needed.
Yeah.
Before we turn it over to fundraising check-in again, I just wanted to
Yeah.
say, for those people that don't know, that happen to be in Hanover, where that library is, I don't know, first of all, how you can't know.
Yeah.
But that's a bonus because they have dedicated teen staff, dedicated teen space, and it's a walkable library for most of the folks in downtown Hanover. So, you know, not all our libraries are blessed with teens that can literally walk there after school. So that's one of the highlights of your library, and I'm glad that you're embracing it and serving our teens there. We happen to be in the teen center downtown at the district library, so we know the value and that teens will come if there's someplace safe for them to be.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's your home library,
It is,
so you
yeah.
can visit it.
I can. And
Every day?
And I do.
Good. That's wonderful. So we are going to ask for Patty and Tara to give us a new fundraising check-in, and I'm not sure if there's a prize at this one as well, or maybe not just yet. So here you go. Take it away.
Fundraising corner checkup. Here we are. The lovely Patty will tell us how much we've raised.
Hello. So currently we're at 238,831. We have a long way to go for our goal, but we have a lot of hours and programming ahead of us. We're so excited. I do want to give a shout out to our moderators, Ellen and Lizzie. You're awesome. Love you guys. So don't forget literacyforchange.org.
Yes, and I just want to highlight a few of our recent donors. Rick Baldwin just recently gave. That might be Lizzie Daddy. Thank you, Rick. We appreciate you. That is our moderator, Lizzie Baldwin's dad. So we also want to thank Ruth Robbins. Thank you, Ruth. Brad Miller. Thank you. Carol Furr. Thank you. And Kevin Given. Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate your donations, and we are encouraging you to keep it coming. And I think we've wrapped up. Is it in the 9 o'clock hour? Are we at 9 o'clock? I don't have a clock.
We are.
So the next time you see us, we will be giving you another fundraising basket announcement. We will have a winner from the 8 to 9 a.m. segment. So thank you very much, and back to whatever's next.
Hello, good morning. We are so happy to be here to be talking about Martin Library. I'm Mina Edmondson. I'm the director here at Martin Library.
I'm Jill Weston. I'm the member services.
I want to share with you a little bit about what's been going on recently.
So last Friday, we had a great event. It was the 90th birthday bash, and we had it during our first Friday celebration for October. And we were celebrating Martin Library being open for 90 years They opened on Halloween of 1935. And we had a great party, and we're hoping to share some photos with you. We had some special guests. We had history players, and we had a photo shoot and lots of things. So here we have our founder, Milton Martin. He was in the corner room telling folks about how he came up with the idea for funding this library in York. And then next, we have several other important people from Martin's past. Over on the left, we have Jeanette Woolsey, who was Martin's first children librarian, and she was here from 1935 to 1969, so she got to see it from its beginning, and then she was there at the 1955 expansion. In the middle, we had Catherine Shorey, Martin's first director, and she was here from 1935 to 1971, and she was in the brownstone to talk about how that was originally separate from the library, and then it got added in 2005. And before that, it was many things. At one point, it was apartments, and she actually lived in the apartments. And then over there on the right, we have our player playing Anne Funk, and then we actually have Anne Funk came to our birthday party, so they got to meet each other. And Anne Funk was a librarian here for decades, and we had her stationed where there were a few changes in the 80s and the 2000s. Then we've got some more pictures here. We had the Cat in the Hat, which was very exciting. In the atrium, talking about the 2005 expansion and all the changes there when they added the brownstone. Then you can see we had a couple more people. We had an elevator attendant to take people down to the brownstone, and then up in teens, we've already seen her this morning. We had Lizzie Baldwin-Seidel of district consultant fame. Oh, whoa, we went past there. That's okay. Yeah, so in the teens, that's our most recent big expansion highlighting from 2022. Then we also, like I said, we had, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, this was one of my favorite parts to get ready. I got some photos from the past. It was a timeline of technology in Martin through the years. And when I found this piece, I thought that was really neat. It's from the 40s and 50s. They actually loaned out a kind of projector that would project books on the ceiling for folks who were immobilized for whatever reason. And I thought that was really neat that the library was already on top of technology from all the way back then. And then also we've got some photo shoot pictures. Yeah, we had a little photo shoot part where they could do a frame of the window. They could be Milton Martin or Turtle Baby. And I think we're almost wrapping up the pictures from that night so we can get over to Mina. Yeah, so you had literary mocktails, so that was really fun. I hope some people made it there and got to try some of those based off of books. Go ahead. And then we also invited people to wear costumes, and we had 2 chickens, which I thought was hilarious, so I thought I would share that. But yeah, it was a great night. I hope a lot of people were able to make it.
Thank you, Jill. It was so much fun to celebrate 90 years since Martin Library opened its doors to the public. Over the decades, Martin Library has undergone many renovations to better serve our community. During our most recent renovation, we replaced one of the original Palladian windows, but we preserved one of the windows. Why? Because we wanted to honor our history in a meaningful way. We invited local artists to imagine the future of Martin Library using that iconic window as their canvas, and the response was inspiring. One submission stood out. Brett Greiman's piece captured the spirit of our library and the community it serves with vibrant colors and creative symbolism. We were thrilled to offer him the commission. The window was delivered to Brett's studio, where he began by priming the original glass with gesso, allowing the acrylics to stick on the original glass. He began by penciling in the primary features of the art and added grayscale to the background, the shading, and then layer by layer, Brett transformed that window glass, each pane, into a vibrant tapestry of community spirit. Once completed, the artwork was delivered back to the library. And kudos to the staff who were at the top of the ladders installing that piece of art. They hung it with care and kept it covered to build anticipation for the big reveal. Together We Learn, Together We Rise was draped in fabric until, at the appointed moment, gasp and applause filled the library. Together We Learn, Together We Rise now hangs proudly in the Market Street lobby, a tribute to our past and a beacon to our future. Let's explore how libraries have transformed over time. Do you remember when libraries were once quiet sanctuaries for reading and research? Today, they pulse with the energy of community life, with displays. At this program, it was our cultural jam. There were displays and activities going on, and it covered almost all of the 5 literacies: civic and social, information, health literacy, financial literacy. And we also had volunteers from the community that participated. They were there to serve the food from all the different locations and representing the people that live in York. There were adult and volunteers from York College that participated. Families gather at the library and their connections flourish, focusing on those basic literacies that children and families need to get a better start on their education and be ready for school. And libraries have always reached out to our community. And we still do, creating smiles and memories. This is one of my favorite opportunities that we have, placing books in the hands of children. This is from the York City Trunk or Treat, and each child that came past got to choose a new book for themselves. And you can see the excitement in the kids' faces as they were able to choose their own book. And this focuses on basic literacies as well. We unite the community and ensure that everyone has access to the power of a free library card. At the library, you can see the joy in the children's faces as they participate in dance camp. They enjoy the children's spaces and check out books. They read, they share meals, they have fun. And yes, Martin Library does serve breakfast and lunch to our children during the summer. And let's not forget our teens. Our teens find their voice through music, art, and poetry, building their confidence and expressing identity and forging friendships. As Lizzie mentioned, this spring we had a program called Do My Feelings Matter? It was an art exhibit that the teens participated in, and also we had a panel discussion. And during that discussion, the teens read their original poetry, and it was very moving. It was kind of hard to speak after that because of the tears. All of this happens at the library. For 90 years, Martin has not just been the building at the corner of Market and Queen Street. It is actually the cornerstone of growth, transformation, and connection in our community. Join us in shaping the next chapter. Be the change support literacy for change.
Hi. You just missed the scurry to the couch, but then I just busted us and told you about it. So welcome back. Thank you, Mina and Jill.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I know what's going on down there. I love watching what's going on down there. When I say down there, I'm on the 3rd floor, so I get to go down and visit the public and see the great programs. And that window is magnificent. So thanks for sharing all of that.
All right. So now, Tara, do you want to talk about Beyond the Books?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. I wasn't totally sure why I was here, but I'm happy to talk about it.
We just missed you.
You know, last year in May, we held the most phenomenal event that I just absolutely adored it. We brought David Baldacci, the international best-selling author, to the Appel Center in York. And let me tell you, he was really impressed with what we did. Having that, it was a fundraiser. We had generous sponsors. We had over 500 tickets sold. And he was so impressed with everything. He even had I wish we had it to put on screen, but we don't. A picture of him on the stage with everybody in the background. And we don't have that picture. But, but it was really cool. That's how impressed he was. One thing I do want to point out is our presenting sponsor for that night. It was John and Maria Polly, and there they are. We love them dearly, and they are so incredibly generous that they have committed to being the presenting sponsors for the next 2 years
Get
of Beyond
out.
the Books.
I'm hearing that for the first time. Yay!
Yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah.
Wonderful.
So, we love you, John and Maria.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are in the process right now of selecting the author. So, you know, it's
Well,
going to be exciting.
And I hope we have time for this because I loved the way that last author was selected. First of all, there was a poll which many people chose, and then they took the top 10 from our readers, our actual York County readers, gave us all the suggestions, and then we narrowed that down based on availability, likelihood of attending. I think price structure was one of the factors, but not the top factors because we have generous sponsors. And then we looked at the circulation of the top 3 from the top 10 from readers' pick. And it worked to our benefit that David had a new book coming out because that's when authors like to tour the most.
Right.
But I know when I reserved my ticket to see the author Zoom from England this afternoon at 1, I got a chance to make my opinion known for next year's. There was a little survey link there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Very helpful.
you
I
know,
didn't even know
if
that
you
was
didn't
there.
know we had an author at 1 o'clock, I suggest you go to our events calendar. You can join that Zoom, the Wartime Book Club. We have a fundraising team using that name. The book was phenomenal, and I'm eager to meet the authors. That's really one of my extra perks for working at the library is you meet Mark Barnett's and you meet David Baldacci's and all of that. So I think that's great news that we have that inside.
So I just want to share a little bit of information before we go to the next, what I think is really cool video. So David Baldacci, a few months after he was here, we reached out and he generously created a video for us that we are about to show. He was so impressed by what we are doing with Literacy for Change and just in general, everything that is happening at York County Libraries. So, you know, read David Baldacci. I highly recommend him because not only is he a great international best-selling author, he's also a great human being, and that matters. So I don't know. Are we ready to show this?
I
or-
think so.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm David Baldacci. I'm here to ask you to support York County Library's Literacy for Change initiative. I had the pleasure of speaking in York County earlier this year, and I just want to tell you what libraries and reading and books mean to me. I grew up in Richmond during the Jim Crow era, and books literally saved my life. It allowed me to travel the world without a plane ticket or a passport. Books are just not about reading the next bestseller on the beach. Books can change your entire life. They're not just for pleasure. They make you a better citizen. They make you more productive. They make you less opinionated. They make you more compromising. They also make you more empathetic, just a better person all around. They help with your health. They help with your financial resources. Books and reading allow you to reach your socioeconomic potential. And that makes all communities better, makes the country better. So books and reading are something we need to give an enormous amount of support to, because the dividends back to all of us are wonderful. They change people's lives. They change communities. The public library is where I sort of found my calling. I became a writer because I was a reader as a young kid. Books became such an integral part of my life that I can't imagine my life being without books. So if you want to change your community, your country in a positive way, encourage more people to read, more people to buy books, more people to get involved in the democratic process. All of those things come together. Your county is doing an amazing thing. I really want you to help them change the community for the better. Books and reading, literacy for change is the way to go. Thank you for your support.
Hello, welcome back. I can't tell you how many times I've watched David's testimonial video. The fact that this person is a known name worldwide and chose to do that for us just shows his true belief that libraries are changing. So I think before we go to more title play games, we're going to our fundraising update and I believe a basket pick, as I see a basket.
Thank you, Ellen and Lizzie. We are back with a friendly fundraising update. We are very excited to announce that we've raised $240,000 and $240,444 from 264 donors. So guess what? We have another basket to give away. So we're going to do that first. It is called the David Baldacci Blue Basket.
Page turner.
Page turner.
Yeah.
And I will let the lovely Patty Ford talk about what's in this basket.
So when we were planning this, we really queued it up well because in it is a copy of David Baldacci's Strangers in Time and a coordinating scarf, YCL wine stopper. We're all going to need that. Note cards, a coin purse, and this is courtesy of York County Libraries and Deb Sullivan. And we have a very special winner of this.
Our winner, we had some donate. This was the fundraiser who raised the most money between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. So this just wrapped up at 9 o'clock. And Sarah and Jeremy were donors. Deb and Ernie and Jennifer, and they are all siblings, I think, of the lovely back scene Rebecca Hoffman, who does all the magic to make our social media and all of that good stuff. So she's here. Yay!
Thank you so much, family and friends, for your support. I know you see the work that our libraries do, and I sincerely appreciate the support of me as your family member, but also because it goes to such a great cause. So thank you, guys.
Yay! So before we break away, I just wanted to recognize a couple of donors, recent donors that popped up. We had a very generous donation from Bill Shipley, who was a past board member and a longtime community supporter. Thank you so much, Bill. I also want to thank the Tolan family, and I want to thank, I thought I had another one on here, but I guess I don't. So that's all I got right now. Let's go back to Lizzie and Ellen.
And thank you, Patty and Tara. I think we are going to have a little fun with the word pancake again.
I think so.
And I feel like my eyes will have improved. We'll be able to see it. And we're ready to rock, right?
Yeah, you woke up
okay.
a little bit.
So if you need, when I share a title, to look at the teeny tiny source of that title,
Okay.
you got my back?
I
All right.
can. Yeah.
Okay. You know, my eyes are a little older than hers. So here we go. I see, I Pride and Pancakes
Very good.
by Jane Austen. And I think most people would prefer pancakes over prejudice.
I would hope so.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Who,
and then-
who gave us that one? That
so
was a great
submitted.
one.
I think that's our very own Rebecca Hoffman. You just saw her.
Oh my word. She's everywhere. She's
Yes.
got title changes and family that are given big time. I
Yeah.
love it.
All right.
Did you know, by the way, there are other little opportunities for more prizes throughout the day?
Yeah.
There'll be more prizes
Yeah,
for our
so keep
fundraisers.
donating.
That's how much we thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You want to read the next one? Can you get it?
Handmaid's Pancake.
Yes.
I guess that would be a better story than the actual story.
I hope so.
Which, did you know, I listened to the author, nothing in that book is fiction.
Oh.
Everything that happens in that book has happened somewhere at some time. Pretty frightening.
Cool. I love
Yeah.
to know that.
Okay.
That was
all right.
submitted by another friend of mine, Olivia. So thank you,
Okay.
Olivia.
Hey, I think I know who submitted this next one.
Yeah.
I don't think she likes to run, so she must really like pancakes.
Dang.
Autumn, who is our director, making faces at us at the moment, and it's Pancake Runner. It was not an attack. It was, you know, didn't your dad ever tell you only people that tease you just love you? That's why they do it. Okay. All right. You want to do the next one?
Mm-hmm. All right, so take a sip of water. Okay, this next one was submitted by your.pal.andy. The Hunt for Pancake October. Wow. I
wonder if that Jack Ryan will feature that on TV along with his theories.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
All right. All right. Lord of the Pancakes.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that these titles, so far, almost every single one, I knew what the word was before pancake was splattered
really
on there.
proud
How
of
about you?
I'm
You know them too?
Yeah,
There's some
most of them.
classics here. I
Yeah.
like it.
Again, submitted by Rebecca Hoffman. Thanks, Rebecca.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we would have this many books in the library with the name Pancake in the title, although there are some fun pancake stories.
I'm tempted to look in the catalog later.
Children's pictures.
Yes.
Okay. Iron Pancake instead of,
The Iron Fling.
I like it.
Yeah.
And who submitted that one?
That was by Haley Hat Hair again. Thank you, Haley
Thank
Hat Hair.
you, Haley. Yes.
Snaps. Oh, that's Autumn's friend. Okay. Snaps to Haley Hat Hair.
Yeah. You know what I'm seeing here is the trend that
yeah.
everybody that works here is supported by their family, friends, neighbors,
Yeah.
and people they've met at the library.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows the important work we're doing.
Yep.
Literacy for change, literacy for life. We're doing great here today. Emily Henry's new book is called Pancake Lovers.
And that's the name of my autobiography right there.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay then. Can you read that last one?
Yeah, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Pancake.
Okay.
By, I'm not on camera, I can get really close. Alexi the Girl 1903. I was really afraid that LaQuinn was going to switch to the camera and do me dirty like that.
Yes. The camera's not behind us. It's not so bad. Okay. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Pancake. That was a good one. All right. There's a couple more.
All right. We've got Harry Potter and the Deathly Pancakes by, I think this is an anonymous submitter.
It does appear to be anonymous.
So we got another Harry Potter. You really could do pancake with any Harry
You
Potter
could do.
title. And I
Well,
think that,
obviously, you could put pancake in place of almost any word.
and this is true. And we're learning this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. 7 Pancakes of Evelyn Hugo.
Dang.
If you've not read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I wasn't quite sure what to think of it, but I liked it, and I have a new author that I want to read all of her books by. So, 7 Pancakes of Evelyn Hugo. Thank you, Anonymous, for submitting that.
All right. Is that the last one? Yep. All right. I have some that we got since whatever.
Since 8 a.m.
Since 8 a.m.
Since we asked them to keep them coming.
It's too much.
It's okay. Deep breath.
Thank you. Thank you. So these we've got a couple submitted by YESDNIL_NNA, who said, "LOL, sorry, having too much fun with this," because they submitted a lot. Thank you. So we've got the grumpy pancake, creepy pancake, Harold and the purple pancake.
Oh, I love that one.
The tale of
You would add grape juice to get the purple pancakes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep.
And
Or jelly.
Or jelly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm eating breakfast at Ellen's house from now on.
You know, when I had my childcare home, we made no flip pancakes. You just make the batter, grease a pan, pop them in there. They cook like cornbread or like a cake.
Yeah.
And the kids at every birthday, they got to pick what went in them, whether it was sprinkles or chocolate chips or chocolate milk or jam or jelly.
I'm coming to your house for
Pretty
my birthday.
simple for a brunch. You know, it's a date.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay, great.
All right. You got some more?
Yeah, we've
Okay.
got the tale of pancake instead of the tale of Despero, and the old lady. These are all by. Thank you, girl. We got the old lady that swallowed a pancake. She submitted. This person submitted a lot. I love it. Biscuit and the pancake. That's breakfast. Amen.
Yeah. I'm not a big biscuit eater. You have to bring your own biscuits.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the pancakes.
Yes. Tara submitted Gone with the Kaufman Cat submitted Gone with the Pancakes. And Chris_cauliflower, Diary of a Wimpy Pancake. So yeah. Thank you. Those are what we got since earlier this morning.
So I don't know who got to pick the word pancake, but it was a great word.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if you were in charge of what word to make a funny title out of, what would you have done? This is spontaneous, folks, putting you on the spot.
Oh,
if
my
it wasn't
gosh.
pancake,
If it wasn't pancake,
jump out of the food or stay in the food realm, what would you have picked?
I don't know. For some reason, don't know why. First thing came to my mind was pine cone.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh. Gone with the pine cone.
Gone with the pine cone. The Fault in Our Pine Cone.
Fault in Our Pine Cone. I
What
like
would
it.
you pick?
I think pumpkin, just because I'm happen to be
Good.
here looking at all the
Good.
decorated pumpkins
Yeah.
in the teen center. They had a lot of fun. There's a lot more entries than last year.
Yes.
And so that jumped right up. And, we had this beautiful set pumpkin.
Yes.
So, all right. Thank
Okay.
you. You guys can continue to post them and we'll continue to enjoy them.
Yeah.
All right. So now we want to talk about some real stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So-
Yeah.
So,
I'm getting too comfortable. Somebody needs to pull me off with a wooden hook. It's getting a
no,
it's a problem.
we're doing fine. So we want in this morning to focus on programs that people may not realize that we do, because a lot of times when people think about libraries, think about baby time, toddler time, preschool story time, Clifford the dog coming, Pete the cat visiting, the pigeon that wants to drive the bus. All of those things are
Pigeon that wants
basic.
to drive the pancake.
The pigeon that wants to drive the pine cone.
Yes.
The pigeon that wants to drive the pumpkin.
Yes.
Don't let him.
Don't let him.
Okay, so we want to talk a little bit about adult programming, because we do provide all 5 literacies for grown-ups as well. And grown-up is a flexible term. You could consider yourself such at 19 or 119, because there is no age limit
Yes.
to our adult programming.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a slide here for you to look at. Lizzie's going to take us through it, and here we go.
Yes. Okay. So, just to, because I don't think we've been through this yet. If you're not familiar with York County Libraries, we have 13 libraries all over the county. You can see a map of them here. That includes 2 pickup and drop-off locations in Shrewsbury. Nope. Oh man.
Do you have those on there?
I don't.
That's
I
okay.
know they are because I've been to both of them.
So there are 13 of them, and if you look, it hits
Stewart's
all the edges, all the sides, all the middles. There's a lot.
There's a lot. You're never more than 10 miles away from a
I
York
like it.
County Library. Yes. So even if you are running late, or you can pick up or drop off books at our 2 satellite locations, which you can find on the internet, and you only need 1 library card to access all of it.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
if I had the first thing that I wish people would know,
Yeah.
library cards are free.
Yep.
And that 1 library card works at all our actual physical libraries,
Yes.
as well as those 2 drop-off and pick-up locations.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
so that's wonderful, and I like the graphic. And is
you.
that like somebody walking the little dashes, or
was-
somebody driving?
So
or...
it's vaguely based on our delivery route because I've
Oh,
done both multiple
you
times.
have, yes.
I know.
Lizzie is the person. jack of all trades,
Yes.
master of all trades.
Yes.
And she was nice enough to fill in when we needed. So,
Yeah, so they're loosely based on the delivery route. Loosely.
do you think people know that they could borrow a book from one location and we'll return it to its home library?
I'm not sure if they know that.
Do you think people know they could order a book that your home library doesn't own and that we'd get it to them?
I hope that they do. And
Well, they
now
should
you do.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you told them.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right. Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah. Alrighty. So your library card gets you access to all 13 physical libraries in New York County, as well as those 2 pickup and drop-off locations, but it also gives you access to a whole bunch of digital resources. This is just a handful that I pulled from our website, but we have many, many more if you want to go check them out. These are powered, many of them are powered by Power Library, which is a resource that we get from the state that provides online learning and digital resources for all ages.
And we
all-
supplement those,
Oh,
right?
we supplement
Yep.
those.
So,
Yeah.
so there's some basic that all the libraries
Yeah.
will have.
Yeah.
Can I talk for a second?
I would love it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I want to tell you personally that I have used 2 of these. Chat with a Librarian is one of the neatest resources to teach a parent and child. Sometimes the homeschoolers really dig it. I have been able to help people that have walked in 5 minutes before closing with a project due the next day that they haven't started.
Yeah.
And the Chat with a Librarian can really help them, because that is a real librarian that will engage you in a real chat, that will send you digitally the information you need, links to our e-resources. So I wish more people knew about it and used it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah.
And then they say that the last thing you should do when you get a diagnosis or you're having some health issues is go to the internet.
Yeah.
And I dispute that, because if you go to Medline Plus, you're getting legit, medically sound information back.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes people will say, Google it, as if, but then that's going to take you everywhere. Go to the authentic source.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, for free with
Okay.
your library card.
Thanks.
Transparent. Yeah. Oh my gosh, thank you for that. Transparent language online. So if you want to skip your Duolingo, Al, if his threatening emails that I got the other day, or Babbel or whatever, you can learn a language online with transparent language for free with your library card. And Penn State Extension, that is of course provided by Penn State for horticultural and gardening information for free.
I'm just checking our time.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay, cool. And then of course auto repair source. There's like a small engine repair source I didn't put on here. Candid Foundation directory if you're looking to get grants or do some kind of fundraising for yourself or an organization you're part of. You can search Candid Foundation directory for free. And then just like I said, so many digital resources. This was just a handful that I pulled. It's
Another thing
incredible.
that I think is very cool is Bookflix.
Bookflix, yeah,
And
cool.
that will allow the child to have a book read to them.
Yeah.
Or a child to read along in
Mhm.
the old-fashioned days where they had the little bouncing ball that went word
Yes.
to word.
Mhm.
But the neatest thing about that is you get to go to the author's page, you get a fiction paired with a nonfiction, and you get story stretchers. So if you're subbing in at a preschool, or if you're brand new teacher's aide, or you decide you're going to watch your cousin's kids, whatever it is, Bookflix can entertain your children and educate you to do more than just read a book about a cow jumping over the moon. You
Yeah.
can visit a farm and see the real cow and learn how that works, and it's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, thank you, Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, next. So I pulled out Libby, my best friend, my girl Libby, on her own slide because I love her. I talk about her all the time.
I
want to-
love Libby too.
Yeah, and not just because it's close to my name. Libby is a platform where you can borrow ebooks and audiobooks for free with your library card. So that is again skipping the Kindle subscription, or maybe supplementing, skipping the Kindle subscription, and you can log on and you can access a whole bunch of books like we were talking about earlier. Our ebook subscription. You can access for free with your library with the app on your phone or your e-reader. You can have it sent to your Kindle. I like to use that a lot. I don't always like to read on my phone. You can get ebooks, e-audiobooks. You can add multiple library cards to them. Now, Power Library has added an ebook collection, so more information.
Really?
Yes.
Why are you keeping secret?
I know. I'm sorry.
I love it.
It's very new.
I love the e-audiobooks. Until very recently, I just listened to books on CD in my car.
Really?
And then when I had to upgrade my car, I lost the CD player.
Oh, yeah.
And so then
That's old tech now.
that's when I met Libby.
Yes.
And
my girl.
that's when I realized that I can walk and listen to a book. I can drive and listen to a book. I can do house cleaning if I'm so moved and listen to a book. I can puzzle and listen to a book. I can even set the timer on there and fall asleep.
Yes.
And not
I do that
let the
too.
book go on and on reading without me.
Yeah.
So
I do that a lot.
the nicest thing about this, and it's funny because we talked about family support and
Yeah.
friend support.
Yeah.
My bestie, when she discovered Libby, she became the advocate. She told her sister and her cousin and her neighbor and her daughter, don't pay for one book a month. Get a library card and get what you want for free.
Yes.
And I hear sometimes the only little bit of negativity I hear is, well, but you have to wait so long and I don't want to wait. But you can place 10 holds.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of books out there that you can listen to because you can narrow down your searching by available now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get something every day that you want while you wait for the ones that everybody's reading
Yeah.
to come through.
Yeah. Big fan of Libby. Shout out to my girl.
Okay.
Okay. Next. So again, talking about our Beyond the Books event, this was a major signature event.
And there's that
we
picture
started.
that we asked for earlier. There's David Baldacci and the whole audience.
Yeah, with at the Appeal
Yes.
Center. Yeah,
It's on. Tara, we got it.
Yeah, I regret that I couldn't be there. I was getting married. Shout out to my husband. But I heard that it was a wonderful event.
It was a phenomenal event.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, a little share, he was my first suggestion when they did this survey.
Okay.
So when it actually rose all the way to the top, I was tickled. I didn't realize how much of a fangirl I was until I was there. And just the fervor of the audience and the people that were just so enamored with it. It was the longest line of chatty, loving authors and books line while we waited to get up there and get our picture
That's awesome.
with him
Yeah.
and get the book signed. Everybody was just talking about, oh, I didn't know that about him. And do you know this? And did you read this book? It was really engaging.
Yeah.
Everybody in that place, although they might not have been identical in everything in their life, they were all seriously fans of his.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
I'm excited that it's going to be an every year instead of an every other year like we initially thought.
Yeah.
Because that response was so good.
Yeah. And like Ellen said, we're going to be doing it in 2026. We originally were going to do them every other year, but your response, the community's response, was so great that we are now going to be doing it every year. So look out for that author and date coming soon. Sorry, and stay tuned for that because that's will be, and hopefully this year or next year I'll be able to attend again.
I think you will.
Right
Because
after
you're not
my
getting
birthday
married
pancake.
again.
I hope to God I'm not.
After your birthday pancake.
Yeah, after
Yep.
my birthday pancake.
Okay.
We'll go.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this next slide is one of my favorites. Now, here's when it works nice to work with people in different phases of their technology.
Yeah.
We talked about all of these different adult programs that happen. And I asked for a word cloud. I got a word book.
Yes.
Rocking it. I love it. I love it, Lizzie. So, I'm sure you can see this. I don't know that you need me to read all of it. I'm really looking forward to the plant swap, which is next week.
Where's that?
That's at Gladfelder.
Shout out
Yep.
Gladfelder.
Bring a plant, take a plant, bring 2 plants, take 2 plants. They even, if you go to their page, have a table set up. And let me tell you, there's some nice plants on there already. My girlfriend and I were looking about what we want to hope to get there first to swap for.
Yeah.
The puzzle exchange, also at Gladfelder by coincidence, has been very popular. People are calling them to find out when the next one is. People are coming from out of county
Wow, yeah.
for that puzzle exchange. How about, have you ever been to the tree lighting?
I have been to the tree lighting. I have
It
the
was
t-shirt.
wonderful.
everything.
Yes. Been there, got the t-shirt.
I've been there, got the
Okay,
t-shirt.
so this is an example of where one of our smaller branches have a manager that's local to the community, spoke to the community, asked them what they felt they were missing, and the suggestion was, we don't have a big tree. We don't have a tree lighting. We're so far from the square in York. So what can we do? The instant buy-in from the community, from the municipalities, everybody was just really crazy about getting involved. So they're about to have their 3rd
And
year.
where's this?
This is at Collinsville in the Brogue.
In the Brogue.
Yes. So a lot of programs, some of that were listed there, are offered at more than one place. We talked earlier about the civic social and
Yep.
the knitting.
Yeah.
You don't have to knit, you can crochet. Sometimes people take embroidery there. Sometimes people do other things, felting.
Yeah.
and
Crafting.
bridge, mahjong.
Mahjong.
I can never remember how to say it or spell it. And cribbage. One of these days, my schedule is going to sync up. I used to play cribbage with my dad. I have his board on my wall, and I want to go learn how to play it again.
Okay, you gotta
So,
teach me how to play cribbage.
I will.
Over pancakes.
After pancakes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you saw all the literacies were hit in the small selection of the wide variety of books. Look, it's Clifford down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
I see Clifford.
Is that Nancy with Clifford? I think it might be.
Yes, it looks like Nancy with Clifford.
Yeah.
Shout out
Over
to
at-
Nancy. I hope you're watching
Over at Village.
from
Or-
retirement.
I know.
Yes. Okay. You see a lot of other fun things happening there. Down in the bottom corner, you see somebody helping a person on the computer. All our libraries have computers and people to help you on them. Some of our libraries even have people that come in specifically to answer your exact question. You can bring your device.
Yeah.
I know at Village Library, they have teams
Oh, yeah.
that are technologically savvy and they help older people. And I understand from the manager there that some friendships have happened
Oh.
and, you know, it's an ongoing thing. And so it's nice to be able to FaceTime your family overseas or out of the state
Yeah.
with a little help from a young friend.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we've got the goal program highlighted that we'll talk about, I think, later. A grade 1 at the library, and just a whole bunch of other. Sorry, I keep making you switch back and forth. Just a bunch of stuff coming to play at the library. We've got the picture of the DJ classes that happen right here at Martin Library in the Teen Center. Chess. We've got so much stuff.
Did you see the video of the young man who's now been accepted into med school? It's one of our testimonial videos. And he had to do, for that application, he had to prove he had some volunteer service. He came here, right to the room we're sitting in, looked around, figured out what he wanted to do, got involved in that. Now he is arisen to the point of teaching it.
Yeah.
And once a week, he gets to go DJ, make a little buck, support his future med school.
Yeah.
So you don't know how the library is going to change your lives.
I know.
So
And that's a cool program. I hear it. I'm right above, my office is right above this, so I can hear the
you
cool
can
beats.
hear it.
I
Not
can.
too far down the hall.
No, yeah, I
Yeah,
can hear it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, I'm Ellen, and this is Lizzie. We were your MCs for the 8 to 10 o'clock hour, and it's been our privilege to be with you. If you are watching this on Facebook Live, it is also going to be available and archived on YouTube, our YouTube channel. And I think that the bottom number keeps getting busy. We're gonna pop in again soon for another fundraising update. But this is Literacy for Change, Literacy for Life, and we're looking. We set a bold
target goal. Yeah.
Approach, because this is going to support all 13 libraries with the central support services, programs, computer access, Wi-Fi access. You know, did you know that even before the pandemic, we offered Wi-Fi that went a little bit beyond the building? But one of the things we did as soon as the world shut down during the pandemic was enlarge that reach to the parking lot and the grounds. And then we left it there. So if you work night shift or day shift or second shift, you know, there's Wi-Fi access available to you at all your libraries.
Wonderful.
You know, almost 24/7.
Yeah, and many, if not all of our libraries offer mobile hotspot lending.
Yes.
So if you need to take that even further than the library grounds, you can go borrow a hotspot so you can do your homework, or because even you may be surprised, but a lot of people don't. Internet's not guaranteed. Not everybody has internet at home. Not everybody is in an area where it serves that.
Well, I think that is a perfect segue to my friend Joy Best. No? Okay. We're gonna talk to Ben. I mentioned the DJ, and I say it and it happens. I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
To Ben Salazar, we're gonna watch a video.
Boom. Okay, we're getting the sound to jump from the different places it needs to be. So I promise you they'll start again from the beginning once the sound is fixed.
Tara's dancing to her own music.
She got the beat.
with the Beatway Studio DJ class. So I work in the Teen Center, volunteering with the Beatway Studio DJ class. So I am applying to medical school, or I was applying to medical school. I actually recently got accepted, but I needed some volunteer hours. So I've used this as my volunteer hours for my application. Started volunteering here, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, when I started, they needed help with the DJ class that was starting out. So, you know, I took that as an opportunity to kind of try and explore some new hobbies. And, you know, I actually went out and bought myself some DJ equipment. And then from there, I kind of taught myself. And now I actually DJ at a venue in downtown New York every week. So it's had a much bigger impact on me rather than the volunteering part. Well, they have all the equipment that you need. So, you know, I didn't really have to search for anything. And then on top of that, you know, being able to teach other people really shows you what you do and don't know yourself. So I've kind of used volunteering here and teaching the students as a way to kind of improve my own skills and figure out what I don't know and kind of what I need to improve on. The library is a great space for teens to go after school, but also, you know, in the summer, there's a ton of different activities to do and kind of tons of different hobbies that students can explore that they might not be exposed to outside of here. So I would definitely recommend the library to anybody who is interested in, you know, coming to check out some new interests. And it's a one big family here, and everybody here kind of looks out for each other and has, you know, your best interest in mind.
So I love the magic of production.
Yeah.
Because I talked about it, I had seen it, I liked it, I like to watch those again. Several of the testimonial videos I've watched more than once. That's where I was quoting the literacy, illiterate parent facts earlier. So just before we got to see the Ben video, I was mentioning to Lizzie that some people, despite the fact that we offer Wi-Fi in and out of our buildings and computers in our buildings, some people live in an area, yes, in 2025, where they do not have access to the internet. It's not a can't afford it. It's not available thing. Some people down in the Brogue just live remote.
Mm-hmm.
And so I happen to know the star of this next video. She's a personal friend of mine that I met at the libraries.
Yeah.
And she and her husband come to the library, and her grandchildren and children have been to the library because where they live, they cannot get the internet.
Yeah.
So this is an example of the libraries and a real person having the benefit. So she is a joy. She is my friend. Her name is Joy Best. And we'll see if our producers are able to bring her to you now.
And special thanks to Bold Creative Media for producing this video for us.
I don't know what we would do without the library system. We are here a lot. It's much more than just books. It's the whole community. It's a whole family. My parents were both avid readers. My dad worked long hours, so our mother would take us to Martin Library, and we absolutely loved it. I think it set me up to want to learn, to continue with my education, and to be able to help other people. I have 10 grandchildren, and I try to instill in them the love of reading, and all of them are avid readers. Tobin was adopted at age 18 months, and I brought him down here for story time. They know his name, he knows where things are, he loves structure, he knows what to expect. You know that your grandchildren have become very familiar with it when you have them overnight and they say, "Nanny, can we go to the library?"
I've been coming here since 2014. The books, the toys, the fun. The last thing I like to do is go on the computer before we leave.
We have no internet at home. Our house is down a long lane, and neighbors can get internet, we cannot. So I come here to use internet for a variety of reasons. I am a certified rehab counselor. I'm retired now, but I wanted to keep up my certification And of course, you can't do that if you can't take online courses. So I use the computers down here to do my online courses. We also do not have any type of Netflix or any type of TV. We have basically 2 different stations, and we come down here to the library to rent movies. So that works out really well. I think the libraries are more important now than ever. I'm always a little bit amazed to find out that some people know nothing about York County libraries. And I think it's important and really critical for us to be able to have the funds to continue to provide services to more individuals in their community.
Thank you, Joy. I'm going to watch that video again, probably several times. I love it when people love the libraries and want to talk about it. So this, being a library staff, is a little bit like being a teacher. You get sometimes cookies and candy and homemade cards throughout the year, not just at the holidays. I want to take a second to thank LaQuinn, who is very professionally and very patiently guiding us through this. First time MC in this format for me, so I appreciate that. Some other people that you don't see that are hustling and working behind the scenes. Well, you saw Tara and Patty, but you don't see Albert and Autumn. And you did actually see Rebecca, and Brian's back there, and you saw him giving the tour. But we've got Susan back there, and am I missing anybody? Laura Lynn, she's so busy I can't even see her at the moment. But this was all hands on deck, all staff in all the libraries making this day happen. Some of the libraries are getting cash over the counter. That's a thing. You can do that. Some of the libraries are getting checks. That's a thing. You can do that. You can give online, and there's several ways that you can do that online. But thanks again for everybody pitching in. Did I miss anybody in the thank yous?
I mean, yeah, you got them all. I think
Okay,
so.
thank you, Lizzie, for being my co-MC.
Thank you, Ellen.
Oh, we love it. And now our friend Tara is here, and are you going to share
got
some
some
interesting
news
stuff?
and some things to share.
All right, thank you.
Thank you both. I knew they would be brilliant, but they are. So I want to point out that from one of your earlier comments about the wait time sometimes for online books, when you donate, raising this money is going to help reduce those wait times. That's part of this, providing more access, more availability of your favorites. So just one thing I wanted to point out.
Right, you're right.
Heard you talking. So right now, what are we? We're at 241, 414. You can see that on your screen. I probably don't need to say it. You're usually ahead of me. I do want to shout out a few of our recent donors. We had Omar, who donated, and Sean McClellan. He is actually our Donor Perfect rep, which is our fundraising software. He does trainings and things like that for YCL staff, and he's so yeah, we're super grateful. Michael Haiti, thank you, Michael. We appreciate your donation. Betsy and Mike Buckingham, thank you, Betsy and Mike. And then some of our staff that have recently donated, Mary Beth Long, John Miller, and Mina Edmondson. So thank you all.
I know them.
In addition to lots of other people. So let's see, what else? We have, I want to announce before we go off air, the next contest for fundraisers is from 10 to 11. And that is the fundraiser who has the most individual donations. And we do that as opposed to dollars raised sometimes because every dollar counts. No donation is too small. So we like big donations too, of course, but every dollar counts.
I like big pancakes. Sorry.
So
control myself.
Can't control it. So when you go to donate, look for your favorite fundraiser, your favorite person on there. I know it's hard to pick. Maybe make several donations if you can't pick. But you know, they stand to win a prize. And again, that's the most number of donations while we are off air from 10 to 11. And the last thing I just want to say is viewers and anyone else who's in the room or out of the room, or, like our posts, share things, engage, because that will help us get the word out. We appreciate you. We appreciate every donation. We appreciate every fundraiser. And of course, every one of our partners and sponsors.
Absolutely.
So I will let you have the last word.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for laughing along with us. Thank you for understanding that this is first time for me on this format. Lizzie feels like an old pro, but we are, like I said earlier, we're all in the same boat. We all want the same thing. We want to serve our community and we want to move forward. So we're real appreciative. Literacy for Change, Literacy for Life. We go till midnight.
Till midnight.
Till midnight?
Yes.
Till
Yes.
midnight.
So
And
literacy is just the beginning.
the-
Change is the goal.
Yes.
And together,
Yes.
we can be the change.
Yeah.
Yes. So there is 11 to 1.
Mhm.
And then I'll be back with Paula. She's like Cher. She doesn't even have a last name.
Yeah, she's just
I'll be
Paula.
back with Paula from
Yeah.
4 to 6. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all again.